The search for Jay Slater, the British teenager who went missing while on holiday in Tenerife, is now in its 5th day. Helicopters, rescue dogs and drones have been used during the hunt for the missing 19-year-old. Jay was last heard from on Monday morning, and one of his friends has hit out at the Spanish police, claiming they are not doing enough. Well, GBNews' North West of England reporter Sophie Reaper is in Jay's hometown in Lancashire. Sophie, welcome to the show. 5 days in now, lots of fresh information coming out. What's the mood on the ground there?
Very sombre mood here in Jay's hometown of Oswaldtwistle as we've entered that 5th day of searching. And it's one of those cases, Martin, isn't it, where every single detail could well be crucial. So I'll just run through what we do know for our viewers at home. We know that Jay flew out to Tenerife for the NRG Music Festival, which he attended over the weekend. On the Sunday, he told his friends that he would be leaving with a group of people whom he'd met on that day. We know that he posted a Snapchat the following morning around 7:30 of himself holding a cigarette, and after that it becomes a little bit more unclear. His friend Lucy, whom he was in Tenerife with, says she received a phone call from him around 8:15 where he said he'd missed a bus and was therefore going to attempt to walk back to their accommodation, a journey which we now know would have taken him around 11 hours on foot. She also said he'd said to her on the phone, quote, he was lost in the mountains, he wasn't aware of his surroundings, he desperately needed a drink and his phone was on 1%. Shortly after this, his phone then did cut off, last showing his location in the rural de Teno Park in Tenerife. If you look at the satellite pictures of that area, it's very rocky, it's very remote, certainly terrain I'm sure that Jay would be unfamiliar with. In the last hour or so, we've had an update from the police who are investigating this over in Tenerife. They say that on this 5th day, they've been paying close attention to the Barranco Madre del Agua, which is a river at the bottom of a ravine where officers have been seen today using sticks to sift through fallen dead palm trees for any kind of information on this 5th day. Of course, Jay's mother Debbie is out in Tenerife as well, helping as much as she can with that search effort. She said yesterday this has been an absolute living nightmare and that she just wants her baby back. Now, that is a sentiment that's shared here in Oswaldtwistle. His friends, family, members of the local community gathering together here yesterday in the heart of Oswaldtwistle at the Methodist Church, where there was a service held. There were candles lit. They put up blue ribbons here. You can see some of them behind me. They're dotted all over this small Lancashire town as a symbol of positivity and a symbol of hope. They exchanged messages begging for Jay to just return home safely. One person who attended describing him as one of a kind and always the life and soul of the party.